After Dark is here and waiting. Thank you. That's awesome. Give me just 1 second here. And make sure my volume is off. On my other computer. So hey everybody. Hey Natty, how you doing? After Dark is here, Natty's here. This is awesome. So I'm just gonna do my quick intro before Nicola Recipes comes on. Before I do that though, I do want to say when I first decided to start doing collaborations a couple of weeks ago, Chef Zed, Allison from Silent Sky 3, and Nicola Recipes were the first three, hey Spongy, that we talked about doing collaborations together. So I think that's really cool that in the first 2 weeks I've been able to have all three of those creators plus others on my channel. Nicola hey Nicola, she is just arriving. I'm just going to finish my.
Can you hear me? I'm just checking my. Okay. Hi, After Dark. Chef said. Yep, I can hear you. Well. Hi, Spongy.
Everybody knows I harvest the garden. I show what I've built into what it is today. I am finishing a
There's a bit of a noise.
Garden from when it started till now. I'm also going to be doing some farm to table cooking. And then I have my other channel, the Okies Hustle. Is that me or you with there's some noise in the background?
It's summer now, so there's a lot of vineyard deliveries and stuff like that at this time because it's 4 o'clock. So for a bit, it's going off shortly.
So what I would like to do is, if you don't mind introducing your channel, and then what I would like to do is then ask you a few questions, which you'll have no.
Just a few minutes, they'll be going off soon.
Introduce
Hi,
your
Misty.
channel.
What should I do? Introduce my channel. Okay. My channel handle is Nicola Recipes. Yep. Why am I nervous? Okay. Basically, I do cooking on my channel. Asian recipes, Mediterranean meaning anything along the Mediterranean coast, Italian food, Spanish food, Greek, stuff like that, which I will get into more. A lot of childhood recipes as well. And whatever I've learned along my years, growing years and my cooking years. I used to do a lot of baking in my 20s and my 30s, a lot of baking. But I kind of stopped baking when I went into the fitness industry when I was about 40 years old. Now I'm slowly getting back into that as well. So.
Okay, so be prepared because these are going to be tough. So my first question is, how have you been creating content on YouTube?
Here in August, I started a cooking channel, and I was on it for about 3 to 4 months. It was actually growing pretty well, but I didn't know at that time whether this was supposed to be the route that I wanted to take. I was still very, you know what I'm saying? So I then I took off the channel. I unlisted all the videos and I took time off. And this particular channel that you on, Nicola Recipes, I had this channel since I think 2014, but I never used it to make content, only to I was a observer or just to watch videos kind of thing. And I thought, okay, since I have that channel, why don't I actually start doing my cooking and so I turned the channel name to Nicola Recipes and I started this. My first video I think was like 2 months and 3 weeks ago exactly. So it's exactly 2 months and 3 weeks this channel. Can't see. Teacher Kelly, who's that? Okay. My eyes are not that good. Oh gosh. Okay. I think it's a
Cares
question.
about Okie. They're just here for they're here for Nicole, and nobody cares about the old man Okie over here in Oklahoma. Okay,
Can't see very
here's my second question. If you had just one dish that you had to eat the rest of your life, your favorite dish, what?
Does it need to be specifically that dish, or can I choose just like seafood or chicken, that kind of thing? No, specific.
Tell us what your favorite would be. Anything. It can be a dish or it can be a certain food.
One dish. If I choose seafood, then I'll get away from plants because I kind of love plants. So I'm going to go with plant based if I only had a choice, because then I still get to have a little of everything.
In your opinion, as a chef, what is if you
A
were
cook, not chef.
if you were to show me one of your recipes, what would be the most difficult recipe that you could give to me that would be difficult for
Difficult
an average
recipe
person? Yeah,
in terms of cooking or baking.
cooking.
Cooking, difficult. I won't say it's difficult, but it's technique. I'm going to say, Indian curries. It is not difficult at all, but it's technique. Yeah, it's all really good Indian curries.
He doesn't follow Nicola Recipes, go find her page and go watch her recipe. She did the pineapple shrimp. I watched that just before I came on live.
Grandma's recipe. She had a restaurant. She was a chef, so yeah.
Next question was, like I asked Chef Zed the other day, your cooking technique and skills, did you get them from a family member like your grandmother, or did you go to school, or is it just trial and error that you learned on your own?
Cooking, honestly, by accident when I was 9 years old. I'll tell you the story. This happened really by accident because you know why? Because I was 9 years old and my mom, I remember still, this was a Monday. And the previous Sunday, my mom had actually loaded up the fridge with her usual groceries. You know what I'm saying? Every Sunday she does groceries and she loads up the entire fridge. But on Monday morning, she was not well and she had to be rushed to the hospital and she was admitted. And and then she went to she had to remove her ovaries and stuff like that. So she was in the hospital for like, I think, almost 2 weeks. So it was only me, my brother, and my sister. They were both younger than me. I was the eldest, I was 9 years old. And I knew there was too much on my dad's hands because he had to look after his business and then he had to run to take care of my mom and everything and then to get us food. My dad doesn't cook. Seriously. My mom was a cook. My dad just loves to eat. So I was trying to think of a way how to lift that, to make it easier for my dad. So what I did was I just sort of like remember how my grandma used to cook and make dishes. My mom used to cook. And since the fridge was already loaded with stuff, then that very first time, God knows whatever I put together, I made a pork curry and a vegetable dish and rice and everything for me and my family, my brother, my sister, and my dad. So my dad came back. He came back with food. He bought food for us. And then he said, like, where did this food come from? Then I said, no, I cooked. He said, how did you cook? I said, I don't know. I just cooked. And when my dad tasted, they actually tasted. I'm not going to say it was like my mom's cooking, but it was edible. And that's when my cooking journey started. From there, I just fell in love and I started to learn. Yeah. And then ever since I've been actually learning how to cook for my mom, grandma, and stuff like that.
You do it. You and Chef, you and Chef Zed, your videos or cooking videos are awesome. They really are.
Thank you.
And how are your potato plants doing?
Okay, it just started. There's a bee. Okay, you told me to just plant the potatoes. Right now, it's got leaves already. So I'm just waiting for it to get longer, and I'll see. I'm going to take a video actually, and I'm going to post it. Okay. Okay.
Back room where I grow my potatoes.
I can't. 6:20. Oh, okay.
Potato that I had sprouted indoors, and it's growing great. So that's one of my indoor potatoes.
I did the reds as well, the small little reds, but then I didn't. Then I thought, no, I'll go with Yukon Gold alone. So I just left the Yukon Gold to grow. Right now, it's got leaves already. Tomorrow, I'm just going to take a quick video and I'll just put it in my post and I'll tag you.
Shorter grow time, where russets are, yeah, because russets are, yeah, and they're baking. Russets can be baking potatoes, so they get large, so they can go 120 days before you harvest a russet. But you should
It's
see a
really
quick
windy,
turnaround.
actually.
Yeah, everybody here showing up. It's great. Thank you everybody for being here.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to be part of a collaboration, all you have to
Can you all hear me clearly? Because it's actually windy. Okay.
her, but and remember, Teacher Kelly is here. Teacher Kelly is going on uh, Friday. On Friday, the collaboration. Yep. So I'm looking forward to that one. Um,
Morning. Yeah. I have two people. Celebrity. I'm not going to choose any famous celebrity because it really is my mom and grandma. Um, I'll stick with your gardening for now. Just, no, really, my mom and grandma because they are both amazing cooks. Seriously, amazing cooks. And there's something about my grandma which I need to share with you. Besides running a restaurant, every morning she wakes up. This was until her last days. She wakes up at 4 o'clock every single morning. She makes sure she prepares a whole lot of breakfast for her, my grandfather and us, and because I lived with my grandma for a while as well. And her cooking is never just the one dish kind of a thing. And no, she takes the trouble to actually prepare like a whole array of breakfast. And then after breakfast, she gets started with lunch, and then she prepares the whole entire lunch would be like 7 or 8 dishes. Then she gets to a restaurant, and then gosh, she can just cook. She cooked all her life. So my grandma and then my mom as well. My mom's a great cook. So yes, exactly, exactly. It's true.
drink buttermilk. I love milk, but I'm talking real buttermilk. After the churning of the butter. Oh, they would sit there and drink that, and I'm like, I don't know how I can. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
Going to eat rice or whatever, we have them first and then we eat our rice. It's actually a really great, yeah,
For videos. Okay, that's what I thought.
If I want to change to something else, I'm like, oh my God, I can't go through this for now. So I just stuck with CapCut for now. Yeah, I like it because it's easy. It's very, very easy for me. And yeah, I like it.
Probably gonna I might change editing software, but they had it for $4 a month. I had the free app, but then for $4 it unlocks all of the other special features. So for $4 a month, I went ahead and did it. But
I go to sign up in Italy, I mean in Europe, it's like 24.99 euros or 29.99 euros. It's about 30 over dollars in your dollars per month. But I'm using the one from Malaysia, and you wouldn't believe the price per month. It's like your dollars, I think it's like 3-4 bucks. That's CapCut Pro, yeah, for me, because it's in Malaysian ringgit and they have a different kind of a deal, so it's cheap.
community post the other day where you were overlooking the vineyard. That that was a really cool picture. I want to see more of those pictures in your posts. Yeah.
Nice little village town, and it's beautiful and it's surrounded by vineyards. It's because this area, whole area in Gavi, it's no they grow the Cortese grapes, which is the grapes for white wine. They produce some of the best white wines in the world. So those vineyards are all just around. Yeah, but I will do a video. I plan to do it.
Hey, if I get a chance, I'm going to film it. But I'm doing my farm to garden where it's my garlic, my onions, my beans, and my vegetable stock or I'm sorry, chicken stock I made. And I'm going to make a bean soup. So that's going to be really good. Do you have any questions for me?
With you. I'm going to ask you questions when I do one collab with you. There's another collab that I'm going to do with you. Me, yeah, I've already listed like quite a lot of things I'm going to be asking you. And a lot of it has got to do with gardening, actually. Gardening. I wish I had big land, but I just have a 44 feet L shaped balcony that goes all the way from my kitchen to the hall. So I plant every yeah.
Ground where I dug a little 10 by 10 garden, and it's just going to go through the time frames till now and how big it is from when I started it just when I started the 10 by 10 garden in 2021, and now it's 100 square feet. Now it's over 3,000. So, but yeah, if you want to think up some questions for me, and then just give me a time in a day, and I'll come to your channel and you can ask me a bunch of questions on gardening. Okay. So with that said, we're going to open it up to the audience. So if anybody has any questions for Nicola, please ask her questions.
Help me out with the questions because my eyes is not that good. Misty, is it? Love Mediterranean. Oh, Misty. Yeah, I love Mediterranean. I love Mediterranean dishes, Misty, very much. Actually, Mediterranean food, a lot of people think it's just Greek and it's Italian. No, it's actually it's all the countries that borders the Mediterranean Sea. It's even part of Africa and also part of Middle Eastern countries as well. But a lot of people have this mindset that it's only certain European countries, which is actually not true. But I'm going to go deeper into that, yeah, eventually, soon. How many subs do you currently? I think I have like 1,200 something. I'm not sure exactly at this point, but I think it's like 1,230 or something like that. Yeah.
Her and her and her daughter Spongy are doing the Mediterranean diet. Yep.
Thank you. Actually, herbs are a great way to, I think, flavor dishes. I use, I besides Chinese cooking, which is soy sauce and all that, but in general, other kinds of cooking, I really stick to herbs to flavor my food. And when it comes to that's for European dishes or Mediterranean dishes and all that. And then when it comes to Indian dishes, I stick to spices like cardamom, clove, fenugreek, those kind of stuff. So a lot of times I actually stick to things which are natural and whole food. I don't use bottle sauces and yeah, seldom do that. If I do, I would make my own. Ah, yes, amazing spongy. Oh yeah, the Mediterranean diet really, yes, it works. It's an amazing diet and it works. Congratulations, Spongy. What's your favorite spice to use? Your go-to spice? Oh, I don't have one actually. It's hard to say to pick one because I don't really have one, but I will tell you a few, a collection of it, which I will use usually at one go. Uh, in most of my dishes, it also depends on what dish, but if you're talking Indian dishes and most Asian, I would say cinnamon stick, clove, cardamom, star anise. These are the four basic ones. And then when I want to get deeper into my cooking routine, then I would go for mustard seeds and fennel seeds and fenugreek seeds and those kind of stuff. Yeah. It's actually a lot, but yeah, these are the few basic ones. Well, use SEO at all. No. Who's asking what? American. Ah, okay. I do know how to cook American dishes because that was from my grandpa. My grandpa. Okay, in those days, my grandpa ran he was managing an entire palm oil plantation. So in those days, they were all the French and everybody down there and all that. So, and also a lot of Americans came over. So my grandpa was very Americanized in his way of dressing and his way of eating and stuff like that. So my grandma, this I'm talking on my paternal side, my dad's side. So my grandma cooks a lot of very, very American dishes. Uh, so I used to eat them a lot. But in terms of me cooking it, I only do it when my children are around because my children love a lot of American dishes. So probably when I go back to Malaysia, I'll be doing that more as well in October. Nicola, this cooking blog. How do I say SEO? I just pick, I just use what I think might work. This is how I'm just going with the flow because I'm still not an expert or anything. I'm learning. So what I'm doing is I'm studying my channel as well. And when I share, I know I know what recipes actually are really going to blow up, but it is not what I want to do. So I want to keep myself aligned with what truly resonates with me as well while I share. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm sticking to that. Because if you just want to talk about certain recipes that are just going to blow up, yeah, there are a few recipes, but it's not me. I want to share what's me as well. And then along the way, I'm still studying as well what works, what kind of keywords work and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm still learning. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah. No, no, no. By all means, no. I'm nowhere, anywhere near a YouTube guru. I'm not even a tech savvy person, so let alone be a YouTube guru. I'm just cooking and I just enjoy cooking and I'm sharing and I'm learning along the way.
Pumpkin patch so I can fix it. uh, that also works for one of my tomato plants was broken, but I fixed it with tomato paste. Yep. I think sometimes I use like Chat GPT to give me like a big uniform general description or something, and then I fit it to what I wanted to say more. But it gives you ideas, you know. Uh-oh, somebody got held for review. We must have a troll on board. Because, you know, I got to show off my cooking skills. I'll give you. So I'll, I have a lot of people from the South that follow me and I follow. So I'll share this. My wife and I went to Texas last weekend for a trip to visit.
Follow a very balanced diet, which means I also eat what I want. And when you see me posting videos, it's always well, it's only like 2 recipes a week, right? So I'll just go with the flow of what recipe I want to post. But in general, on a daily basis, for myself personally, I would say 70% I follow a Mediterranean diet. Really 70%. And then the 30% I just do whatever I follow. I eat Indian food, I eat Chinese, I eat, yeah. So that's exactly how I do it, only because I find also not just the Mediterranean. This is something I grew up with, which I can tell you in all honesty. Indian cooking sounds difficult to do, right? But let me tell you, it's actually very, very healthy. Reason being, if you notice, most Indians, as I'm talking about a lot of Indians who generally eat healthy Indian food, you notice they don't have problems like dementia and stuff like that. If you notice from history, right, they don't. It's because of the spices they used actually in their cooking. And when I say spices, I don't mean chili, I mean all these other spices like fenugreek and clove and, cardamoms and those kind of stuff. So I do eat Indian food like at least a few times a week because I prefer the balance, the good stuff in the Mediterranean food and also the good stuff in Indian food. So that's how I do it, Misty. Good morning, Paula. Nicola disappeared. I'm here, Natty. Yeah, yeah, I can. Okay.
With
Asian food, I'm not going to use olive oil. Reason being, olive oil has a very strong taste and it really doesn't go with Asian flavors. So when it comes to Asian food, I use a neutral oil, which is avocado. Olive oil and Asian food just never go together. For yeah, it never does. Oh yes, I love to use brown butter to cook. Yeah, I use ghee. I use ghee as well. When you say ghee, yeah, I use ghee. But when I say ghee, I use typical real Indian ghee. How? Because the one you use at butter and is different. That's called clarified butter. I use ghee actually to make a. Yeah. Do you use whole wheat pasta, multigrain bread like flatbread stuff? Yes, Misty, I do. Misty, I have an amazing bread recipe which uses most parts of the bread uses only yogurt. There's only two ingredients, flour and yogurt. So I that's my grandmother's recipe actually. So simple to do. It's literally you put it together within 5 minutes. There's a lot of people here at summertime, coming around. So anyway, I have this recipe of flatbread, which I used to do since I was young, using yogurt and flour, only two ingredients. And then if you want to add salt and herbs and all that, it's really up to you. And you can use coconut flour, you can use almond flour and stuff like that. That's one of my favorite flatbread recipes that I use. And then when it comes to whole wheat, pasta, depending, sometimes I use whole wheat, sometimes no, because generally, if you get pasta that's made in Italy, I'm not talking about the barilla that goes commercially around the world, it is not the same. because I can tell you it is not the same. I have tried the pasta that are sold in Malaysia and other countries. My aunt is in America and all that. It is not the same. The ones done in Italy, really good pasta, they are really, really very different. You don't feel bloated. The flour they use here, you see, when I go back to Malaysia, I'm definitely going to carry some of the Italian zero zero flour. I'll tell you why. Ever since I started using this flour in my baking and even making bread, I never feel bloated. I don't feel bloated. I don't have weight gain. It's just really, really good quality flour. There's no chemicals, zero chemicals, but it's super refined and it's amazing. So these are little things I want to tell you, mate. This region, Spain, Italy, and stuff like that, you really have good stuff when it comes to food. Good quality. They believe in quality, which is so important actually. So yeah. Paula, I'll cook for you, Paula, when I come down. Yes, okay.
And it's got to be something with the processing or whatever they're using because it doesn't bother her. She cooks with it, she eats it. Yep. And so it,
Yes, I've been to other parts of the world, even in Malaysia, totally different. When you eat the pizzas here, you know why you see Italians eating a whole pizza by themselves? It's because you don't feel anything. You don't feel bloated, you don't feel heavy, it's light, it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's really the flour. Oh, yeah.
perfect, awesome bucket. Anybody else have any questions for Nicola? She's here and available, ready to go. I haven't tried avocado oil yet. I've used grapeseed oil. I always use extra virgin olive oil, and sometimes a little canola oil for just if it's I don't want flavor. And sometimes I'll put one of those oils in with butter, so the higher smoke point I can mix it. Yeah. Do you make pizza? Do you do thin crust or do you do a thick crust? Okay. New York style pizza. And he studied under him and came back and brought the recipe. So we can go to his restaurant and it tastes just like you're in New York. Yep. Ne-
Oh, Nettie. I think Nettie is doing a great job. I watch you on live, Nettie, whatever you cook. You're doing a pretty great job. And she's got a budget right down to like, she's really good in budgeting. Super good. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Out her husband's channel.
You know why? This is my belief because I've heard people say that, okay, because if you are a good cook, you don't have to follow other people's cooking. You just, no, I don't believe in that. Nobody, the day you stop learning is really the day you stop learning from others is really the day you will never keep growing. This is my belief. Because every time when I watch someone else cook, like Chef Zed or even Misty, sometimes on a live and all that, I pick up things. I learn from others as well. So that helps me as well to keep growing and to understand what else I can do with my things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's really a learning curve, and I enjoy watching other cooking channels. Hope is another one. Yeah, Hope So Many Kitchen. I love her channel too. She's got amazing. So, yeah, actually, many of them out there. I love watching their channels as well, and I love to see them.
I always heard about Southern cooking, and I always thought, it's cooking. Cooking is cooking. It's not. You have there, every country. So the United States, you have your northern style, which I never had collard greens. We never ate turnip greens. We never ate any of that. We moved down here, down south, and I'll tell you what, Southern cooking is entirely different. I love watching Southern cooking. I love watching a grandmother that does the cooking, and they use their grandmother's biscuit recipe, their biscuits and gravy. So since I've been down here, I mean, I always like greens. I love vegetables, so I eat anything, any green I can eat. I even watched Chef Zed the other day. She did that recipe on pumpkin, which I didn't know you could eat pumpkin leaves. But well, yes, well, next week on my new pumpkins, as soon as I prune back some of the pumpkins, I'm going to be cooking up some pumpkin leaves and eating them because I eat turnip greens, I eat collard greens. I want to grow collard greens next year. I eat my radish greens, beet greens. I put them in salads. I'll eat dandelions from my yard because dandelions are a great salad mix. Just before the flowers actually flower, that bud, if you pick that bud off and you put that in your salad, it's a crunchy bud before it flowers. Yep. But yeah, Southern cooking is so different from Northern. If you live in the North and you come down South, I knew. So I when I lived up North, one day I went. We went to a big one of the big name restaurants, and I didn't have sausage and gravy, and I had it, and it was terrible. It was one of the worst meals I've ever had in my life. So when I came down here, everybody was saying, "Oh, you got to have Southern biscuits and gravy." I said, "I've had biscuits and gravy. It's disgusting. I don't like it." They're like, "Where'd you have it?" And I told them. They're like, "That's not biscuits and gravy. That's just some mass-produced thing." So then I started having biscuits and gravy from people down here, and yeah, it's delicious. It's all cooked the way their grandmother made it. It's not some mass-produced thing from some big restaurant. Barbecue from any of those regions, and it. I actually on the 1st of August, up in the city near me, we just bought the tickets. There's 50 barbecue. It's going to be a competition with 50 food trucks that are all barbecue, and so we're going to that. So we're going to get to sample 50 different barbecues. So I'm happy. Do you have barbecue there? Do you ever do barbecue?
Barbecuing here as well. It's very much outdoor here during summertime. Everybody gathers together on weekends, and then they have barbecue, and then they do that. Oh yeah, that's true. Very true. We have something similar, but it's no. Okay, something. Okay, anything that you wish to know about me, I'm here to answer you today. Who's online? Let me see. Nettie. I was raised by my dad. Mom. Oh, Misty. Is that oh, Missy cooking on a budget. Oh, you have the best of both worlds, Missy. Yeah, she has the best of both worlds there. Missy's a okay. That's nice. That's always your favorite part. Okay. I've got to go soon. All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Chef, Misty, Missy, Natty, and everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Ciao. How do how do I end? Okay.
Hey, everybody. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, Mrs. Paula, when did you even get here? I didn't even see you come in. Oh, Mrs. Paula. Oh, you have a second channel now? Um, I am so glad everybody showed up because Nicola, I've been following her for a while, like Chef Zed, and I love watching their cooking. And if you haven't seen her, she did a Thai uh, pineapple shrimp dish this morning. She released. I'm going to go check that out, Mrs. Paula, and I'll go follow it. Um, so if anybody like I said, I keep saying this, but if you want to do a collaboration, I'm open to collaborating with people. Just drop me an email at okieseden at gmail.com. Just put collaboration in the description. And my only prerequisites are that you follow me, I follow you. I kind of know you through interactions. I don't want to take somebody that has 2 subscribers because I have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be people I've followed for a while and trust. I'd be more than happy to have you on the show. Um, I just don't get into any political or religious debates because that just causes derision. I want to keep this for somebody's YouTube growth and help them to keep moving forward um, in their um, in their YouTube growth. Um, for some reason, my phone is starting to tell me I'm low power, even though I have it plugged in. So I'm going to have to call it here so I can get my phone charged up. I didn't realize I was low. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Hit me up for collaboration. We'll figure it out. We'll get them lined right up. And if you want me on your channel, send me the link, send me the time and the date, and I'll see if I can do it. I'd be more than happy to come on your channel if you want this old Okie on your channel. So with that said, stay tuned for my next few videos. Tomorrow's a funny one, I think. It's the way I really am in real life. You're going to see a bunch of shenanigans going on in my garden, and that's the way I typically run my day. So I will see you guys soon. Remember, Teacher Kelly tag. Oh, thank you, Chef Zed. Teacher Kelly tag is Friday. I will post I'll post a short about it, and I'll also post a community post about it, announcing it again. And it should be showing up in your feed if you do hit the notification bell for my stuff. And that'll be Teacher Kelly Tag on Friday. So with that said, you guys all have a great day, and I will see you on one of your lives or my lives. So you guys all take care.